And welcome everyone from around the world to Season 2 of CPSL 2019. We have our first game coming up between the Leader Tigers and the Tujushao Commandos. It's great to have all the players back in China. We've got a few new faces for both the teams. A lot of people coming back for the second season.
How are you, Jade?
Good. How are you, Anthony?
Not too bad.
Joining me for this first game on commentary, the captain of the Bulls, Anthony Barronson-Vinoy.
Well pronounced.
Both teams just lining up for their introductions now.
Game day.
I know.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's good to be.
New venue.
Yes, so this season we're in Ningbo, home of CPS. It's where they're based.
And a brand new pool, 3 months old, they tell me.
Number 1 from the Leader Tigers and captain for Season 2 from Australia, Adam Hoffmeyer.
He has no idea.
Number 2 from Russia, Vladislav Skomarikov. Number 3 from Chinese Taipei, Wei Chen Cao. Number 4 from the Netherlands, Lucas Reinders. Number 8 from New Zealand, Joshua Vivian. Number 11 from Germany, Tim Rieke. And number 12 from France, Benjamin Dolbeck. And now just introducing the Commandos. So number 3 from China, Tuo Shen.
Popular man.
Number 4 from Spain, Alejandro Valls. Number 5 from Australia, Anton Holmes. Number 7 from Russia, Igor Zandarov. Number 8 from Germany, Mario Kupers. Number 9 from England and the captain of the Commandos, Ed Lart. Number 10 from Germany, not France, Holger Diedrich. And number 11 from France, Mathieu Lelalio. Alright, so both teams will get into their warm-up before the game starts.
Not too sure if that was a little job from Semi Harpiter, who makes up the play cards, but just a genuine mistake.
Our referees for this game, Alan Winter from Wales. And Tichi Liu from Chinese Taipei.
We should have practiced that one.
So both teams will get a few minutes to warm up before we get this game underway. While they're doing that, we'll go through a few things for those that are tuning in for the first time for CPSL for 2019. We do have a few rule changes from the standard international rules. A couple of easy ones. If there are any missed starts on the charge start, it will be an instant yellow card for that player. A few more complicated ones, we do also have a new goal penalty. So any penalty that are awarded will not be the standard 4 metre stationary shot against a goalkeeper. It will be an ice hockey style penalty where they start at halfway, dribbling the ball forwards, and they have 10 seconds to get their shot off against the goalkeeper. So a little bit of a change there just to spice things up for the audience. A little bit more excitement. We do want to thank all of our sponsors for the CPSL as well. They've contributed a lot towards this competition, and it's great to see how far that the competition has come. And in the next few years, hope to have some exciting developments happening over here as well. So I have to say Commandos have to be the fan favourites for this game, with Chu Shen, their local boy from China. Crowd very receptive to him. But we'll see whether the Tigers can upset the crowd a bit by getting a win here. Nice to see the new players settling in for this season as well, joining the old ones, Cuppy.
Indeed.
Got a nice crowd here as well.
There's a fair chance Semi Harpers will be sitting at home wishing he'll be in a boat right now.
It is great to have Viv here from New Zealand in his place though.
Yeah.
So yes, this is the Ningbo Olympic Sports Centre, very recently built. I think we were one of the first competitions in this pool, which is very exciting for us.
Is it just me, or is the pump turned off? The water level in the pool looks a little bit shallow. Makes it a bit more wavier.
Alright, so both teams just coming in together for their final talk. Both captains, Adam and Ed, will be having some final words for their players, going over their game plan. Man, a few words there, Adam.
Strong but fair.
And with that, both teams will line up for that charge start.
We're underway.
Alejandro Val's there for the Commandos against Vladislav Skovorokov, and he's unfortunately hit Vlad in the head with the front of the boat, so that is a foul. Vlad will start with the ball. And a card has been given as well.
Is it a green? Pass. Got no view from the pitch here.
Looks like it was a green, as the Commandos still have 5 players on the field. So Tigers will start with the ball. First shot there from Tim Rike, blocked out for a corner. Ball's with Hoffmeyer. Over to the right-hand side.
By himself there.
Reinders just taking the shot on, but blocked out for a corner again.
Everyone just trying to get settled in. Getting used to it. There hasn't been a lot of training. A couple of games.
Rike back to Reinders, trying to feed it into the centre. Doesn't quite make it through to Vivian. Now it does, but there has been a foul.
On Reinders or Viv? Smart play there by the Commandos. They're getting 2 players in front of. That's it, didn't take it. He's going backwards.
Nice work there from the Commandos, getting plenty of paddles in the way. Very hard for Tim to get a shot through that many paddles. He has scored some awesome goals for the first season.
Turns the shot down, facing backwards.
Captain Hoffmeyer with the ball now. Back with Hoffmeyer. Now down that right-hand side.
Switches to the left.
Over the top to Dolbeck, but
well blocked and kicked
nice
in.
work from the goalkeeper, Anton Holmes. Ball's now with...
Oh, there we go.
Sending it across there. It's now with Coopers.
Still has it, I think.
Still has it. Feeds it into the centre to Vals.
Oh, lovely passing. Well played.
Nice goal there from the Commandos against the Tigers. It was a great play there to feed that ball round to the other side without giving away the goalkeeper foul.
Indeed.
Adam just out of position slightly. Rike with the early shot, but over the bar and out. So Commandos retain possession. Tigers just trying to get a quick goal back, but they've given the ball away. So Commandos have a chance to get 2 goals up now. With Lart, Holmes, over to Vals. Looks for the shot. Tries feeding it to Coopers, but it drops down to the Tigers. Ball's with Hoffmeyer. They're looking for a fast break. He sends it all the way over to Wei Chen. Wei Chen gives it to Skomrakov, and Skomrakov puts it into an open net. So great fast break there from the Tigers to equalise 1 goal apiece.
That'd be gutting for the Commandos. They would have been really happy with a 1 goal lead at the start.
Yeah, just a risky inside pass there to Coopers that didn't come off, and the Tigers have pounced on that opportunity. Holmes over to Valve.
Tigers playing nice 2-2, tight 2-2.
Over back to Holmes. Now out with Chushen. On the left-hand side with Coopers. Now Chushen's on the right-hand side, trying to feed it into Holger. It almost falls for Alejandro, but
Adam's done well
nice
to keep
work
it in.
there from Hoffmeyer to feed it. And again, Tigers looking for that fast break. It's with Skomrakov. Doesn't have another player in the centre, so it's with Wei Chen now. He's looking at the shot. And great goal there.
Nicely waited for the play to drift and just shot round his pedal.
So nice goal to number 3, Wei Chen Sao from Chinese Taipei.
Watching all this polo, Jay, do you wish you were playing?
Yes. It was nice to get the both training games with everyone. Managing the teams and doing some commentary has been a bit of fun as well. Ball with Coopers.
Tigers looking a bit more looser in the 2-2 now.
Feeds it in the side to Zandarov. No look shot. Blocked down to Hoffmeyer.
Another fast break.
Feeds it through to Vivian. Again, looking for that long pass down to Skomrakov. Gets it across to Wei Chen.
Poor option.
Goes for the lob, but Anton Holmes just easily gets that down. So poor execution there, but they are still in the lead by 1 goal. It's one of the strengths of a 2-2 formation in defence.
Yep.
Very easy to make your way straight out whenever you get a turnover. Alalio just taking it down the centre. Nice screen there from Zandarov. Good interception there from Wei Chen. Ball's back with Holmes for the Commandos. Tigers pressing a little bit now.
Bit of pressure out, and here we go.
It feeds it into the centre to Diedrich.
Oh,
Nice block there from Adam Hoffmeyer.
plenty of space there.
On the right-hand side with Zandarov.
Oh, unlucky.
Just tries to put the ball in front to paddle onto it, but Tigers pick the ball up.
It's a lovely pedal flick there by...
And looks like Skorakov,
Oh,
another open goal, so 3 goals to the Tigers, 1 goal to the Commandos.
just keeps sticking over that scoring opportunities, isn't he?
Yeah. He's the top goal scorer for season 1. Getting straight back into the swing of things
Got
after.
2 more already.
Yeah.
Commandos calling a timeout. The ref just getting used to the timeout call. He's a new ref this season.
So both teams will have 1 minute to have a discussion. They will get 1 timeout per team per half. To give them an opportunity to talk to each other about a few things.
Been encouraged to use them. Last season some teams didn't use them, but strongly encouraged to use them, but it's kind of difficult sometimes.
All right, both teams now getting ready again.
Just over 4 minutes left in the first half.
Commandos are only down by 2, so very easily still in this game.
Looks like the Tigers have switched up their defence to a 1-3.
Alejandro Val's just coming through that centre. Now Lalio sends it to
Oh, it's a poor pass.
Ed. He tries feeding it into the centre, but just not quite accurate enough. Bouncing it off Cooper's boat, and Hoffmeyer's got the ball.
Might have been a different
Send
story
it to Vivian.
oh, well blocked there by Toe. Toe? Tour.
Nice work there to stop Lucas Reinders from scoring. Skorakov gives the ball to Hoffmeyer. Switches to the other side. Reinders has some space now, and he scores.
Again. Plenty of space.
Great work there from Lucas Reinders.
Commanders are being disheartened now.
Lalio just on the right hand side, feeds the ball around. Other side with Vals, gets it inside to Zandarov. He's got 2 paddles to get through, but just puts it over. Not sure if it took a deflection or not.
Could have been a foul, he's all over him. Nope, it's a corner.
No, so they've got a corner.
Cheeky little probe there. Unsuccessful.
Unfortunately, just wide there from Lalio, so Tigers have got the ball. 3 goals down, don't particularly want to be giving away the ball that easily though.
Not at all.
Hoffmeyer just yelling some instructions to his team. Trying to get Rike down that right hand side.
Set himself there a little bit, Tim. full control of the game. Shot clock reset. Make a little shout out to all the New Zealand viewers out there. Thanks for watching and tuning in.
So wherever you are in the world, we're very grateful that you've tuned into us. Please leave us a comment to let us know where you're watching from. And you may have seen there is a promotion going that if you guess the winners and the scorelines for all 3 games in this session, you will win a CPS Strong Top boat, which is a pretty awesome prize. So
get your bets on.
This game has started, so not a lot of time left if you haven't already commented on the Facebook feed. Oh, lovely
little
goal.
lob there.
Oh. Excellent goal there from the Commandos.
Holger.
Number 10, Holger Diedrich.
Back to within 2.
Just under 90 seconds left in this first half. Hoffmeyer looking for the shot and he gets it in. Great work there from the captain.
Too many pedals in the air. Disappointed there from whoever that was. Can't quite remember the number.
Igor. Val's just charging down that left-hand side, trying to find some space. Shot was blocked, so he has won the foul. Oh, unlucky there on the follow-up from Holger. Just bouncing off the bar. Still with the Commandos, so Lalio's got the ball.
Very low on baseline.
With Zandarov. Nice drive there from Vals, but Skomrakov's just waiting it to intercept that ball for the Tigers' defence. 17 seconds left on the clock for this half. So Commando's just going to take a few seconds more off before they start their attack. Now Lalio. Over the other side to Vals. Oh, the shot's blocked.
Nice driving shot though.
3 seconds left for them to take the corner and get another shot off. Skorakov just going up to the corner to
get some pressure on.
Put some pressure on.
Needs to shoot it. Well blocked.
On another block, and that is the first half done. So Tigers with a strong performance, ruthless on the fast breaks to score 5.
Broken pedal.
Commandos just not quite settling, only 2 goals. We'll see what their captain Ed Lart, current under-21 world champion, see what words he can do to motivate his team for the second half.
been a pleasure, Jade. I'll hand you over.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
Mr. Dave.
Both teams lining up for this second half. Skomarkov for the Tigers against Vals again. And Vals just making contact with the life jacket there, so that is illegal and Tigers win the foul.
So I think a scrappy first half for both teams there. They'll be looking to tighten it up after half time. Maybe a bit of nerves with their new players getting involved. Some nice passing there by the Tigers to get a shot away from Tim Reek in the centre.
So David, what do you see Commandos needing to do to get back into this game?
See to front up a little bit more in defence. They can be a bit quiet at the back. I've been watching from behind. That's another shot charging in from Adam Hoffmeyer there.
Great goal.
It's such a frustrating kind of goal to receive because in essence their whole defence is set up there. It does seem like they maybe have switched defensive approach to a 2-2 in this second half, the Commandos. Clearly hasn't worked for them at the start of their second half already. Interesting to see if they maintain that. I think they need to, in attack, they're taking the ball into contact quite a lot before moving it. So you'll see them either dribble the ball in or pass to the person who's about to get straight to contact.
Nice feed into the centre from Vals, and Coopers gets the shot off, but just off the bottom bar. Does take a deflection off Hoffmeyer's paddle on the way as well, so they do get the corner. Alejandro Vals taking a dribble there, drawing the player, sending it out over to the other side. Just a little bit high there for Lalalio. And Skomarkov does win the ball for the Tigers. So there is a turnover there.
So the new player's not quite in sync around the back yet. You see he started his run and the ball was coming just behind him. So we saw at the first series that teams can improve fairly dramatically from their first game to the last. So expect to see these teams probably bed in a lot quicker than they did before. At the moment, the Tigers are obviously looking the more assured of the two teams, but I think Commandos will be frustrated. They have more to give than this performance suggests at the moment. So the Tigers can 4-goal buffer in this game at the moment. They're clearly using this opportunity to set up their attacking plays.
Hoffmeyer just taking a shot there as the shot clock's about to run down, but goes over the bar. He does believe he was fouled. And the referees have called it as well. Skomarkov just feeding it around to the right-hand side to Dolberg. But back out to Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer just taking a dribble down the centre, drawing the top player, feeding it over to Dolberg. Just trying to look at the inside, but ends up switching it, but not enough on there. Lalalio does intercept it. Now Vals sends the long shot. But unfortunately, Choshen just doesn't reach it in time. And it's with the Tigers again, potentially an open goal here, and excellently put away there from Joshua Vivian, number 8 for the Tigers.
And that's really cruel for the Commandos. That break was definitely on. Ball just dropped slightly too short on the pass. And you end up with the two Tigers players who were the slowest to come back being rewarded with a goal there at the other end of the pitch.
Scores now out to 7-2.
So they've obviously got, both teams have a timeout still to use in this half. Be expecting the Commandos to probably use their timeout if they go another goal down. Be thinking about using it now. Clearly whatever they spoke about at half-time hasn't clicked in this second half, hasn't had the change that they wanted. So either need to change things again or switch back.
Oh, nicely done there from number 5, Anton Holmes for the Commandos, just winning that ball back, giving it to his teammate Diedrich, who gets the goal.
Yeah, so I think initially it was quite a selfish shot to take, really. The pass was on the inside, but eventually it rebounds back to the right man to take the shot. Goalkeeper was unhappy there, though. He felt that the player who went over under his own steam and ended up moving the goalkeeper in the process. But the referees didn't see it that way. So 7-3, still a very long way back for the Commanders in this game, but there is 6 minutes left. So if they can get the ball back fairly quickly, maybe make a break. There's still time in this game for a result.
A little bit of loose passing there from the Tigers, but
it's worth remembering that there is significantly less pressure on the Tigers in this game than there is on the Commandos. Tigers are sitting top of the pile at the moment. They don't need the points as much as the Commandos do to make it through. So maybe just a little bit of that pressure of the result getting to the Commandos.
an excellent fast break there from the Commandos, with Val's putting the ball into an open goal.
Yeah, that'll really help their confidence because those passes did click all the way up the pitch. Simple, easy but effective. So 3 goals in it now. No nerves for the Tigers yet, but they'll be quite happy to use, with only 5 minutes on the clock, they'll be happy to use up 40 seconds of this time before they think about running the rest of the move. Tigers playing with a very clear attacking structure, 3 round the back, 2 inside. Yeah, just passing it around, using that time up. That's a nice ball inside.
Wei Chen's looking for the shot, and he does get it in. Nicely done there from the Chinese Taipei.
He's played well this game, I think. I think he's taken on a bigger role with this team in the second season than in this game at least, than he did in the first. Quite a few goals in this game. So Commandos just trying to force through. They know that their opportunity to get anything out of this game is probably gone now. It'd be good to see them try and set up their attack in the same way the Tigers are each time. Use the rest of the game as an opportunity to think about the game that they have this afternoon.
So the Commandos shot there just blocked, falls down for Wei Chen, but dispossessed by Hippos. And the long shot there from the Commandos going under the bar.
It's quite rare to see a dispossession like that happen cleanly. It's quite difficult to take the ball out of a player's hands without fouling them in the process, so that was quite impressive by Hippos.
Tim Rique there for the Tigers, just trying something fancy, but
I think I'll call that the Ginny coils. So 4 minutes left to go. Commandos have now gone to 5 out. They have to try something to even get a slim chance of getting anything out of this game. They need to be putting pressure on these players. So they've gone 5 out, which means they go man to man, 1 player on each of the opposition players, put them under pressure, try and force them to hold on the ball for too long. You can only hold the ball for 5 seconds at one time.
It is a risky play, but the Commandos know they need to get results from the next 2 games if they're to have any chance at getting into the top 4 to make finals for the end of the season to try and win the competition.
It's good practice for the Tigers as well. They won't mind this with a 4-goal buffer. It's an opportunity for them to work it around. And they did really well under the pressure. So initially their Commandos looking like they had the better of them, drove them all the way down the pitch. But the Tigers left a few players as anchors up the other end and managed to get the ball up to them, and then it was just a case of passing it around until the open net was there for them.
Second goal there for Josh Vivian. Cooper's shot just blocked out by Hoffmeyer. Coopers did score 11 goals in the first season, so who are we looking to add to that tally? Choshen giving it to Vals, over to Coopers.
So the Commandos setting up more of an attack, but the Tigers...
Over the right-hand side with Chui, and his shot is in. Nice work there from the Chinese man.
Crowd here really enjoying that, supporting the local player. Always gets a big cheer from the crowd whenever his name gets announced. Favourite on the signature books afterwards as well. So Commandos are using this time now to set up their attack slightly better. There's a more clear structure, some nice passing going on as well now around the back. Good pass inside, there's another one there, doesn't take it. That's much, much better from the Commandos in attack, that sequence.
Nice goal there for number 7, Igor Zandarov from Russia.
He did really well to hang on to the ball there because it came really quick to him from Kuppers out on the side. Ricocheted off his body and managed to take it. So Commandos still pushing with a 5. Hoffmeyer comfortable under pressure at the back, as you'd expect for a goalkeeper.
Lalio just reaching over the boat to try and get the ball.
Yeah, he's forced into making that foul. Just trying to get something to work. That was a great save there. Gives them the opportunity of a break. Tigers have got 3 players down the other end of the field, so there should be an opportunity here. If Ed Lark can get the ball further down the pitch, he does. There's now 3 on 2. Left-handed lob shot, you don't see that very often. Hoffmeyer's got some great goalkeeping stats, top goalkeeper in the first round, but pretty sure he had no idea what was happening with that ball as it came out of the hand.
Excellent save there from Zandarov. Really hard position to be in to try and block both the shot and the inside pass. So Tigers just unsettled here.
Yeah, this game has woken back up again with a minute left somehow.
And Val's putting the ball in the open net. Oh, the fast break.
Is that 4 goals in a row now for the Commandos?
Yes, it is. And they're only 1 goal down with 1 minute left to go.
From seemingly nothing as well. I mean, this has crept up on me. I was surprised to look down at the scoreboard and see 9-7 there.
So Commandos pushing with everything.
So Tigers have taken this opportunity for a timeout. So, I mean, clearly rattled. Timeout as well. I mean, they were up 4 or 5 goals in this game at one point. Commandos seem to improve right from the point where they just decided to set their structure up and attack more. Almost the point in the game where the game was past them.
Olga there for the Commandos, just giving some words to his team. We've got 1 minute left to try and get at least one goal to get a point, but ideally 2 goals will give them the win.
Surely the draw's got to be the target. They were so far out of this game. 1 point will mean it'll be like a victory if they manage to make it. Yeah, and as expected, the Commandos have stuck with, they've gone with 4 out. Maybe they've left a man in goal just in case, because it's starting from halfway to stop the long shot. I think, yeah, an obstruction's been called somewhere, so the Commandos were too eager to get the pressure onto the players, preventing the Tigers players from going where they wanted to go. Still 50 seconds on the clock here. And they have pushed a full 5 out now. Oh! So Commandos get the ball back. That ball just dropping behind the player, so they will. 30 seconds on the clock. They are going to get this one opportunity. It's dropped to Edlar under the goal. Is he going to go for it? Oh, save is made by Hoffmeyer. That could be a game-winning save. Great opportunity. I think the only thing Ed could have done potentially better there was just decide to take the shot earlier.
So 10 seconds left. Hoffmeyer just holding onto the ball as long as possible, just dribbling away from his opponent.
Yeah, has his eye on the clock as well. Quite happy just to take the ball out of play. Tigers take the win. Oh, how frustrating for the Commandos. We knew they had more to give.
They're nearly back in it to get that draw, but Tigers just holding onto that ball as much as possible to run the clock down, keep that 1 goal up, and get the win there. So Tigers with another win. Commandos just missing out ever so slightly. They'll be very disappointed with that.
I don't think either team will be drastically happy with that performance, but it's the first game out of the way for the Tigers with a win, so they'll be happy with that. I think there's a lot more to come from them. So, final score is 9-8. Any one of you who's out there at the moment, there is a prediction competition underway. If you didn't place your predictions for this round, you can place your predictions on the live stream link for the second round this afternoon. The first person who gets 3 predictions in a row correct wins a strong top.
In our second game for this session, we have the Yonhan Blue Helmets against the Caton Hippos. Blue Helmets had a mixed first season. They had 3 losses in their first weekend, but then 3 incredibly strong performances and 3 wins in their second weekend. So they built a lot over that first season, and they've been building over the training in between and in the lead up to this weekend, so it should be a very interesting game. Hippos with some incredibly big games in that first season as well, including an incredibly large win. They are sitting tied at the top. They'll be looking to add a win there to stay in touch with the Tigers for that first place, but Blue Helmets will be looking to rise up the rankings as well. So both teams here just lining up ready for their introductions to the crowd and the cameras. So number 1 for the K-Ton Hippos from Hungary, Miklos Tima. Number 2 and the captain of the Hippos from Poland, Lukas Pilars. Number 3 from New Zealand, Cole Hawkins. Number 4 from Spain, Angel Gordo Herrero. Number 5 from Russia, Ivan Debeli. Number 8 from the Netherlands, Tjerk Webers. And number 11 from Australia, Luke Holmes. Introducing the Blue Helmets now, number 1 from France, David Blayo. Number 3 from France, Valentin Gori. Number 4 from Italy, Tommaso Ricciardi. Number 6 from Germany, Patrick Lawrence. Number 7 from Singapore, Lee Sing Fu. Number 8 from Australia, Stephen Hubbard. Number 9 from Spain, Ivan Hoyofuentes. And number 10 from New Zealand, Alex Lowen, captain of the Blue Helmets for this season. Our 2 referees for this game from England, Stephen Jason. And from Singapore, Ivan Kong. So we saw both teams looking a little unsettled in the previous game, the Tigers and the Commandos. It is the first game of the season, so they do have a number of new players that will be getting back into the swing of things. Both these teams will be looking to have a little bit more settled performance than that previous game, so it should be in for some exciting polo. The Blue Helmets playing a very structured team game last season. The Hippos focusing more on some individual brilliance from some very strong players, from Pilars, Debeli, Hawkins and Tima. both teams just wrapping up their warm-up. I have a bit of a team chat before they get this game underway. So last season, combined, these two teams scored 73 goals over 6 games. So we should be in for a very high-scoring game. Joining me for the first half of this game, captain of the Commandos, just playing previously, Ed Lart. Ed, how are you feeling?
Disappointed, really. Really wanted a better result there. We needed the win, or at least a draw, but we just have...
Really strong second half performance there, though, getting 4 goals in a row to get back into it. Only 1 goal down with a minute left. So close, so really unfortunate there to not to be able to get that equalising goal, but really good performance in the second half from your team.
Yeah, I think it was. Players played really well.
About to have this charged up, getting underway. Debellier for the Hippos and Hoya Fuentes for the Blue Helmets. And Debellier wins it, so the Hippos will start with the ball. Hippos playing one inside with Holmes. Ball's over with Webers. Debellier is playing in that top role, the same as he did last season, to dictate the play. Hawkins' shot is just blocked under there from Hoya Fuentes. Holmes to Webers. Gordo Herrero back to Webers. Pass inside's intercepted, so Blue Helmets do have the ball now. Being pressed by the Hippos though, so Blayo gives it to Hoya Fuentes. Back to Blayo, just passing around Debellier, who's just hanging out at the other end, trying to intercept the ball early. The rest of the team's back though. Ball's currently with Lawrence. Ricciardi over to that right hand side. Oh, strong shot there from Gorry, but it is just over the bar. Early shot there from Debellier. Blue Helmets were switching keeper at the time, so the bit of confusion there, but managed to get a little bit of a deflection onto that upright of the goal frame. Gordo Herrero just driving in, trying to feed it through, but sends it back out again. The pass wasn't on. Hawkins to Webers. He's got a bit of space. Shots deflected, but there was a foul there. Ball comes back out again. Over to Hawkins. To the other side to Gordo Herrero. Strong shot there, but blocked by Blayo. Hippo still with the ball though. Again, Herrero down the right hand side.
Nice ball to Cole.
Hawkins just fumbling a little bit there, but gets the shot off. It is deflected though. Hippos pressing early, so really wanting to play out and be aggressive in this game. Blue Helmets with the ball in attack now. Right hand side with Blayo. Now with Gori. Into the centre to with Ricciardi. Now on the left hand side, Hoya Fuentes just slips out of his fingers. Now Hippos do have the ball with Pillars. Potential fast break on there. Luke Holmes, Webers, Timar, back to Webers. Just slowing things down now, setting up the attack. Combs just drawing the player on the right, sends it over the other side. DeBelle's shot is blocked. Nice work there from David Blayo in goals. Hippos have a corner. With Holmes over to Webers. Trying to feed it inside there to Pillars, but deflects out. Holmes again with the ball, looking for the feed in. He gets it through to Pillars. Captain just trying to keep the ball in, but he is fouled in the process, so just telling him where he needs to be to take this shot. Nice work there from the Blue Helmets to keep that ball out. Stephen Hubbard just keeping it in play as well. Patrick Lawrence is facing the wrong direction but doesn't seem fazed by it. Probably should have been.
Yeah.
Just shut down by 3 Hippos players. Long shot there from Yvan de Bellier, nowhere near the goal, so a little bit of frustration from both teams is showing, just not quite settling into this game. Now with Captain Lowen, takes the shot but it's deflected down. First goal after 6 minutes. So Cole Hawkins, number 3 for the Hippos, with a very powerful shot down that left-hand side. And the Blue Helmets have called a timeout. So they will take that minute to have a chat as a team and think about how they can break down this Hippos defence. They've had opportunities, but they have spent a lot of time in their own defence with the Hippos in attack. So having to work hard to keep them out and then need to hold on to the ball that little bit longer, make the Hippos work in their own defence while they attack for a bit. Patrick Lawrence there just talking to his team. Blue Helmets just getting back to that centre line to get this game back underway. Fuentes down the left-hand side, taking another dribble, holding onto the ball, sending it back out. Blayo sends it over the other side to Lawrence. Trying to feed it into Xingfu, who is fouled, does have the shooting opportunity. Feeds it back to Lawrence. Shots just blocked down from the Hippos, so unlucky there for the German. And Hippos looking at the fast break. Guerrero. Very strong shot there from the Spaniard. Great goal. So the Hippos taking a 2-goal lead in this first half. Just 3 minutes left. Ricciardi, Gori, over to the other side to
Nice ball
Lawrence.
to
He's got
Patrick.
lots of space. Oh, the shot blocked again. Great work there from Luke Holmes for the Hippos. There is a turnover though. Gori's won the ball back for the Blue Helmets. He sent it back out to Ricciardi. Over to Hoyo Fuentes, so they will set up their attack. They won't look to try and take a quick shot. With Gori to Ricciardi, shots blocked, falls nice to Blayo, he's in front of goal. Looks like there may have been a foul in there as well. Blue Helmets sending the ball back out again, so playing it safe, waiting for a good opportunity to take the shot. Blayo feeding it inside to Lawrence, but the pass is intercepted. So Hippos with the ball again. Holmes just taking a look at goal, seeing whether he feels like having a shot from halfway, but decides against it. Pilar stops there by Ricciardi. Now with Gordo Herrero. Over to Holmes. Back to Herrero. Shot there from Dubelier, but blocked. The Blue Helmets now have the ball. Looking for the fast break. Ricciardi has the ball. He's looking at a dribble. And he was fouled there, so he will come back and have a shot. Fenders just fouling there in the scuffle after. And he does get the green card there for the foul. When there is a dead ball, they do have to let the ball travel 1 metre from the hand before they can try and intercept it, and just didn't give enough space. Luke Holmes for the Hippos has called a timeout. 53 seconds left on this clock. Hippos are leading 2 goals to the Blue Helmets, 0. So 50 seconds left in this half. Hippos will try to use the full remaining time on the clock. They won't want to concede a goal just before the halftime break. Feeds the ball inside to Hawkins. Takes a shot, but it is blocked out for a corner. Gordo Herrero, excellent goal there from the Spaniard, just off that bottom bar and in. 2 seconds left on the clock, so Hippos getting that goal right before the buzzer. Lawrence with the long shot, but doesn't make the distance. And that is the first half, so Hippos with a 3-goal lead over the Blue Helmets. Blue Helmets just looking a little like they just don't have the creativity to break down this Hippos defense.
Always on, 全力以赴。
Just about to get this second half underway. Both teams lined up for the charge start. Blue Helmets 3 goals down, needing to get back into it in this half. We've seen them play incredibly well when they've been in a game, so we'll see whether they can get back into this one. But great work there from Ivan Debalia for the Hippos to win that charge start. Not what the Blue Helmets are want starting in defence. Looks like that they have switched to a 2-2 to be a little bit more aggressive in that defence. Hippos do primarily use those hard drives in their attack, so 2-2 try and stop them earlier on. Shot blocked out for a corner there. Weber's just taking a dribble. Sending across the other side to Hawkins. Back over to the other side to DeBelly. Sends it all the way across the other side to Hawkins. Big shot from the Kiwi, but deflected under by Blayo in goals for the Blue Helmets. Weber's just giving it to Hawkins. Hawkins gives it straight back to him. Feeds it to the right-hand side to Holmes. Holmes' shot is blocked by Hubbard. And Blue Helmets do get the ball. Nice work at the back there to keep it in. Unfortunately, they do lose the ball straight away there. Sending the ball out to Valentin Gori, but he's just looking behind him and doesn't see it. Unfortunate there to give the ball away, because it means that they're just going to have to work again in defence. But they do have a fast break here. Valentin Gori's out ahead. He's got the ball and he puts it in, so great work there from the Frenchman to get one back there for the Blue Helmets. So they're only 2 goals down now. Hippos just starting the ball in there, and joining me now for commentary for the second half, captain of the Leader Tigers, Adam Hoffmeyer.
Thank you.
Nice to get the win there, even though it was a bit touch and go at the end there.
Yeah, it got a bit tighter than we would have liked. Didn't handle that press too well at the end there, but we had the game in the bag early, so their late charge didn't matter.
Confidence is key, isn't it? Gordo Herrero just feeding it in there to Pillars. Gives it across to Weber's. Across to Hawkins. Hawkins' shot. Blocked by Blayo. It does fall for the Blue Helmets as well, so they do win the turnover. Some pressure there from Pillars and Hawkins. But the Blue Helmets don't look too bad. Over to Alex Lowen. Gets the ball up the field now with Hubbard. Hubbard taking a dribble. He's being chased down by Hawkins. Hawkins does get the tackle on, but Hubbard gets the ball back out. So Blue Helmets, bit of time in attack now. Over to Hoya Fuentes. Feeds it into Xingfu. DeBellier just now with Long. Hoya Fuentes over to Blayo on the left hand side. Over to Hubbard. And back out for the Blue Helmets. So taking their time, waiting for a good option to get that shot off. .30 seconds left on the shot clock. Still got plenty of time. Lowen's looking at the shot. Feeds it into Hubbard. Back to Lowen. And with goal. Nice work there from the Kiwi and the captain of the Blue Helmets, number 10, Alex Lowen. Nice to see the Aussies and the Kiwis working together there, Adam.
It is. Blue Helmets coming back nicely now after the 3-0 start to Blue. Getting a couple goals on the board.
Weber's shot blocked there. So he deflected out off the bar. Holmes sends it across the other side. Great work there from Gori to shut down Gordo Herrero. Hippos do have the ball still. Over on the left-hand side with Holmes. Into Webers. Back to Holmes. Just under 30 seconds on the shot clock. Driving forward now. Great shot there from Chuck Webers, number 8 for the Hippos. So score is now 4 goals to 2. Hippos ahead. The intensity of this game has just lifted a bit. Blue Helmets seem to have pumped themselves up with their captain, Alex, just giving them some strong words at half-time. Ricciardi wins the foul there. Just hand tackle wasn't quite legal. Over to the other side to Gori. Gori's shot is blocked out. Great work there from the Hippos. Ricciardi taking a dribble. Across to Lawrence. Now Lawrence's shot is in. Great work there from the jam. Very powerful left-hand shot. He scored 11 goals in the first season of this year's CPSL, so we'll be looking to add to that tally in this second season. Gordo Herrero. Holmes over to Hawkins. Holmes just taking a drive down the middle. Trying to feed the ball through to Debele, but it slips out of his hand, so Blue Helmets do get the ball. Are looking for a bit of a fast break. Oh, unlucky there. Gori just still got it.
Good opportunity missed by Blue there. Had the 3-on-2, failed to convert.
Lowen driving down that left-hand side, over to Lawrence. Loose ball there, which is picked up by the Hippos.
Turnovers costing both teams just there in offense and defense, sorry.
Blue Helmets with a 1-3-1 stand defense. Bele's shot just deflected out to the side by Blair. Gordo Herrero dribbling from the corner. Another excellent goal from the Spaniard. There's 3 goals this game. All excellently taken. So 2 minutes left in this game. The Blue Helmets are 2 goals down at the moment. Long sends the ball over the other side with Sing Fu. Back out to Ricciardi. Sing Fu looking at the shot, feeding it into Hoya Fuentes, and the goal. Nice work there from Ivan Hoya Fuentes, number 9 for the Blue Helmets. Just turning his head to look like he's going to pass it across.
Blue Helmets having the better of this half, but the first half has cost them, giving up 3 goals to none.
So Hippos have called a timeout there. Just under 90 seconds left on the clock. They're 1 goal ahead, but the Blue Helmets, yes, have had a very good second half, looking to get back into this game. Hippos setting up to start the game again. Hoya Fuentes for the Blue Helmets, just given a bit of freedom. They've moved back to the 2-2 defence to try and put a bit of pressure out to win the ball. Under a minute left in this game. 50 seconds. Goro Herrero feeds it inside. Great goal there from Luke Holmes, number 11 for the Hippos. Looks to have won the game for his team with only 45 seconds. They are 2 goals up. Excellent goal there from number 6 for the Blue Helmets, Patrick Lawrence.
Blue Helmets will look to press on the line here now, I reckon.
32 seconds left.
Put pressure out on Green, try and get that ball back and draw the game level.
So they're pressing 5 out. The full team just working as hard as they can. Seconds left. Blue Helmets giving everything. Smart substitution there from the Hippos. And that is the game. So Blue Helmets with a strong half, but not enough to get the draw. The Hippos have won this game 6 goals to 5. Great work from both teams, but very similar to the game before. Plenty of work to go for the rest of the season with a few mistakes on both teams. Plenty of building over the remaining games. excellent goals there from Patrick Lawrence for the Blue Helmets and Angel Gordo Herrera for the Hippos. Look forward to seeing more goals from the pair of them in the future games. But coming up next, we have the Jawas Wolves and the Jinjoa Bulls in a few minutes.
是什么让心灵交融？是什么情感迸发？是气氛的血，爱之后的甜，用心之为血。
Both teams for our third and final game of this session walking out now. Have the Jinjoa Bulls and the Jawas Wolves. Bulls with a disappointing first season, only with a single point from a draw. They did have 5 losses, which they weren't looking for, as no team does. But with a few player changes for this second season, they're looking to come back and get a few wins on the board. They still have a chance to make the top 4 and to get into those finals playoffs. The Wolves had a great first weekend with 3 wins in season 1. But they did lose twice in the second weekend to the Blue Helmets, which had them sitting in 3rd place at the end of season 1. They are still in that position at the moment, currently on 10 points. However, with the Tigers and the Hippos winning just then, they do have a little bit to catch them at the top of the table, so they will be looking for the win against the Bulls here. Both teams just lining up for their player introductions now. Introducing the Wolves, number 1 from Poland, Cezary Salmonik. Number 2 from the Netherlands, Roy Dekkers. Number 3 from Switzerland, Dario Stern. Number 6 from Spain, Adrian Camida. Number 8 from France, Leo Manhood. Number 10 from Chinese Taipei, Su Xing. Number 11 from Switzerland, Andreas Hug. And number 12 from England, David McBay. Introducing the Bulls now, number 1 from Singapore, Ho Yu Zhuan. Number 4 from the Netherlands, Stivo Hergele. Number 5 from France, Jeremy Pescaf. Number 7 from Italy, Gianmarco Manuele. Number 8 from Russia, Vladimir Satarov. And number 10, and the captain for the Bulls, from New Zealand, Anthony Barrison-Benoit. Number 11 from Spain, Vincent Claramonte. Our 2 referees for this game, Tichi Lu from Chinese Taipei. also from Chinese Taipei. Some of the stats for these teams for the first season. Very similar defences, both teams making 23 saves. Bulls had 40 blocks in defence. Wolves just ahead there with 51. But really in attack, Wolves had 36% conversion from their shots, turning 103 shots into 37 goals. So very ruthless in attack. Bulls with the lowest conversion percentage of the season, 18%. Just unlucky to find the back of the net in quite a number of their games, much to the frustration of their players. Teams coming into their chat. Game about to start. Bulls will definitely be looking for some early results in this season to climb up the rankings. Captain for the Wolves, Dario Stern from Switzerland, taking the charge start. And away we go for the third and final game of this session. And the ball is won by the Bulls. Nice work there from Gianmarco. Out over to Claramonte. Back to Manuele. Tempo of this game just starting off a bit faster than the other ones. Our first shot blocked out for a corner. Escaf passing it over to Emmanuel. Another shot blocked, deflected down to the Wolves. And they are looking for that fast break. Stern sending it all the way down the other end to Manahut, but he doesn't get the goal in, so great work there. First goal scored within a minute. Wolves leading 1 goal to nil. And joining me for commentary for this game, captain of the Blue Helmets, Alex Long. Alex, how are you?
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm good. We just saw a goal there for the Bulls, so a great response to get that quick equaliser.
From Jeremy there. He's a strike shooter, that boy.
So Alex had a good second half performance there, but couldn't quite get the result back after conceding those 3 goals in the first half.
No, not quite. Against the Hippos, they've got so much power on the offense that it's hard to cover them all on defense, and they were just finding some holes and putting some good shots away. We managed to tighten up a little bit in the second half, and I think we held them out a little bit better than the first. And our offense improved. I think we're just, again, trying to find that team chemistry and work together a bit better.
Just saw a bit of a, not sure actually what happened there. The Wolves just throwing the ball down the other end to the Bulls, and the Bulls just threw it straight back to them. So who knows?
Big push from Cuppy.
Yeah, so the captain of the Bulls, Anthony's. For those of you that don't know, his nickname is Cuppy. The reason behind it, not quite appropriate for this commentary. Inside pass there from Salmonik, just intercepted, and the Bulls on the charge again. Escaf with the long shot. Ooh. Just wide. Now it's Stone. Inside to Andreas Hood. Back over to Manville. Strong shot there from the Frenchman. Wolves getting a second goal, restoring their lead. Not a lot Poe could do about that in goals.
Leo is a very, very good shooter, both on the drive and from the inside. He's dangerous if he gets the ball just in front of goal, and he's dangerous if he gets it from outside, so you've really got to watch him. Nice shot from Poe. Unlucky, it was just a little bit low.
So on the bottom side of that, a bar, another risky pass there from the Wolves. David Mabay just managing to get it back to his teammate.
A little bit scrappy there. A little bit of loose ball handling from the Wolves. Oh. Oh, he makes that pass. 1-on-1. Here we go. Oh, chest pass.
Excellent work there from Claramonte.
That is cheeky. Over the top. There was a man on the inside. I think the guard was wondering whether that ball was going. There he was, paddled down, blocking that feed. Just managed to give him enough indecision to put the ball over the top of the goal.
So approaching the halfway mark of this first half. Scores are level with 2 goals each.
That was a hopeful attempt there. Roughly 5 paddles in front of that one. I believe that foul was for leaning. And the Wolves are off down the pool. Again, that's Leo on the drive, very dangerous.
Unlucky there from Amida, just losing the ball and falling in the lap of the Bulls player, so the turnover there with the Bulls with the ball. Excellent
puts it in.
long shot there. I would have to say that it got a little bit of help there from Nano with paddle. Just giving it maybe even just a touch onto that bar to get it in, but excellent goal there from the Bulls. And the Wolves have called their first timeout for this game.
How have you found the first day of season 2 so far?
It's been good. Good to get back into the swing of things. I think the players taking a little bit to settle with their new teammates for this second season. But we've seen some good polo with some great goals, some good fast breaks, some good play. So I think the strong team play will come as the teams get a bit more time to play in their games and train together over the coming days, especially in that week off before the second weekend of the finals.
Definitely, I agree. The defences will tighten up, which will make scoring a little bit harder. At the moment, there's quite a few channels due to players slightly out of position and some spectacular drives coming through. So I agree with you. I think we will see a slight change in the type of polo between this weekend and next weekend.
Wolves getting the ball underway. They're sending 2 in. Decker's just driving from that left-hand side. Gets the shot, but blocked by Pole. Now with Saptarov. Over to Emanuele.
Having a little bit of trouble getting that ball free up from under goal, but they've just managed it.
Wolves just putting that little bit of pressure on just after the turnover to allow their teammates to get back into defence. Poe. Over to Escaf. To Emanuele. Back to Escaf. 20 seconds left on this shot clock, so they do have to get their shot off soon. Oh, good shot, blocked out for a corner. Keep had plenty of time to see it coming, but did have a bit of power behind it. Jeremy just staying that ball, getting it back. Oh.
Again, Jeremy from that low angle, he's a pinpoint shooter. He's very, very quick. He's often down the pitch for the fast breaks, and then he just slides in there and pings those goals when you need them.
Excellent decisiveness there from him as well, to see that there was some confusion under goal and the 2 Wolves players had pushed each other out and there was no goalie really in underneath the goal at the time, so it was easy to put that in. Wolves players not happy about that. And another long shot, this one just falling under and to the side. So very optimistic. I would say you're only 2 goals up, that maybe be holding onto the ball a little bit longer, but
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
if you think you've got it, then it's hard to restrain yourself sometimes when you...
Polo's 99% confidence, isn't it? Oh, that's a dangerous position on the inside. But as you can see, there's 4 pedals. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Deckers taking the corner there. Over to his captain Stern. Across to Herminda. Into the centre to Salamanik. Straight into Gianmarco's paddle. Wolves corner on the other side. Herminda's taking a dribble. To try and feed it into Hood. Sends it across the other side. Decker's shot is blocked out. Bull's happy with that. He did have some space for the shot, but strong block there from Poe in goals.
The last 3 offences have been quite similar. The Wolves, they're driving in quite low and handing the ball straight into the hands of the 2 inside guys, which is seemed to be getting them in some dangerous positions. I think the 1-2-2 defence of the Bulls, though, is up to the challenge. You've got Gianmarco and Cuppy down low. There's some big, powerful players to move.
So the corner there, you saw in the replay, shot hitting Cuppy's arm, but his arms were up and stationary before the shot was taken. So although the contact was made, the foul was not given. Deflection there falls kindly for the goalkeeper, and the Bulls are out. They do have a number of players up the field, so Bulls with their captain over the other side and into the open goal. Great play there from the Bulls. Great teamwork to feed the ball up that left-hand side, switch it across and get the goal for Gianmarco. One minute left in this game. The Bulls with 5, Wolves with 2, so a 3-goal lead. Wolves looking to try and get one back before the end of this half. Stern's pass over to Salamanik, just a little over his head, but he does manage to chase it down. Sends it back to Stern. Powerful shot from the 6-metre line, but
Slightly hopeful.
instantly blocked by the defence. And a fumble there from Hamida. Sabjarov sends it out to Hergele. He's got a Bulls player chasing down the other side. Oh no, he's mucked that one up a little bit.
Did very well to cover those 3 on the fast break.
Yeah, so unlucky there from Paramonte.
Very good shot.
Very unfortunate that Andreas Hood manages to score that goal with 1 second left on the clock. So Bulls could have gone into that 6 goals to 2, but just one sloppy pass before the goal has cost them, and they only have that 2-goal lead for the second half. Great play there from the Bulls, though. They will be happy with that performance. Showing a lot of high energy in that first half. Some good play, punishing fast breaks. Much improved from their first season. Arguably a more open game than our first 2. and long goals for both teams. The players do get to watch the other games and decided to have a little bit of confidence and take those shots.
Yeah, in the offences so far we've seen a lot of shots go up in the first 20 seconds or so. It's not like you're using the full minute to take your shot and playing very clinical, slow canoe polo. So taking a long shot is it's a good option if that's the way you're going to play, I guess. Like that one. Ball and paddle.
So we're about to get this last half for the session underway. Both teams ready for their charge start. Bulls do have that 2-goal lead, so they will look to hold on to it and extend it in the last 10 minutes of this game.
Oh, false start, is it? Yellow card.
Yes, so that is one of the rules for CPSL. The false start at the charge start means that Jeremy Askav has been given the yellow card and will be off for 2 minutes. Not the way the Bulls would have wanted to start this half. The Wolves will have 2 minutes to play with the extra man. As you can see, Andres Hoog is just telling his team to spread the defence. Bulls will try to go into damage control almost to make sure that they don't concede as much as possible in this half. Great save there from goalkeeper Poe.
He seemed quite far out of position there and just reached right across. A little bit of help from Giamarco's paddle there.
Cesare for the Wolves maybe. Should have gone a little bit higher with his shot. Trying to get it over the top of Poe's paddle. Another good save there from the goalkeeper. Keeping his team in this. But there is the first goal of the second half. Dario Stern.
Oh, that must have been no goal.
Does look like the referees have called a no goal for that. And there is a fast break on with an open goal, so it does look at Andreas Hoog. Puts it in the back of the net, so that is the goal there. Bulls only leading by 1 now. Do understand that the scoreboard on the live stream says 5 goals apiece. It's just been changed. So the Bulls with that 1 goal lead. Only a few seconds left before the 5th Bulls player is allowed back on the field. So Bulls will probably be quite happy that they've only conceded the 1 goal. You can see the referee just directing the player to come back on. So Bulls back up to 5 and the Wolves have gone back into defence.
Again, a lot of pedals in front of that shot. A lot of power, also a lot of pedals.
Stern just sending the ball out on the left-hand side to Manahu. Now Commandos just driving through the centre, gives it to Stern. Tries to feed it through to Hug. And the ball has gone out for an end line, so the Bulls with the ball. Andreas Hug for the Wolves is down the other end still, so they do have a bit of an advantage. Feeds the ball in. Cubby shot blocked. Escaf just dribbling from the corner there. Gives it across to Claramonte. Over to Emanuele. Feeds it inside to Satarov, who then gives it to his captain.
Goalie foul there from Kapi, getting quite low down next to the goalie. He's got a great shot and close because he's got such long arms he can reach around the pedal. Oh, good block there.
Great block there from the Bulls in defence. They did have a number of their players still down the field, so good work from the few that had made it back in time. Humida, over to Stern. Back to Humida. Manahu. Wolves just working around the outside, letting their inside players set the screens and create some space. Over to that right hand side again. Less than 30 seconds on the shot clock. Zhu Sing sending the ball back out again. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Manahu to Stern. Humida. Shot is blocked and does fall nicely for the Wolves. But Manahu's flick just sending the ball out. Ball's in possession. Stivo Högele.
An exciting close game we've got here, Jade. 5-4, there's not much in it. I think it will be decided by whoever can work together on the offense and get that ball inside a bit more clinically. Unlucky there from Kapi. It's hard to see what happens underneath the water, but he seemed to come up with the ball. Not sure what that foul was for.
Great block there from the goalkeeper and great paddle work from Gianmarco for the Bulls to bring that ball down. Escaf across to Claramonte. He then gives it back. Bulls going to work it up the field as a team. Looking to slow it down a little bit and settle. centre, Jean-Marco. Shot deflected over the bar, so they will get the corner. Claramonti down the centre. Gets a shot off, but it's blocked.
It did look like he wrapped his hand around Dave McVeigh's pedal there, so he's unfortunate not to get that foul awarded.
Ball's with Emanuele.
Oh, sorry, he did get the foul awarded.
Over to that right-hand side to Eska. Does take the shot, but it's blocked out. Bulls unable to find the back of the net, but they will be happy that they are in attack for an extended period of time. Will make the Wolves have to work in their defence, tire them out a little bit. And they do get their goal, so great work there from Jeremy Escaf, the Frenchman. And Bulls restore their 2-goal advantage that they had at the half-time break. 3.5 minutes left to go in this game. Only 2-goal difference though, so the Wolves will have a chance to get back into this. And that was a great response from the number 8 for the Wolves, Leo Manahut. Very strong shot down that right-hand side. Hergele to Saptarov. Over to Eska. Back to Hergele. Claramonti. Emanuele. Hergele. Turnover after the shot there. The Wolves with the ball now. Bulls have made it back into defence though. So no fast break available for the Wolves. Su Sing over to Roy Deckers. Back to Su Sing. Kermida inside to McVeigh, and he gets the goal. Great work there from the young Brit.
We're all tied up here with 2 minutes to go. Great finish here.
Hergele over to Eska. Bull sending 2 in. Feeds it through to Saptarov. Shot blocked by 2 paddles. Ref's just calling a timeout there. And Jean-Marco's shot is in. So the Bulls back ahead with 90 seconds left. 7 goals to 6. Another close finish to the game. Stern from Manahood. Over to Salamanink. Stern back to Manahood on the left-hand side now. Feeds it in the centre to his Swiss captain. Falls kindly for Salamanink, but the second shot is also blocked by the goalkeeper. Great work there from the Bulls. Number 1, Po Yujuan. Under a minute left now. Strong shot there. But it is blocked and the Bulls win the free. 38 seconds left. Bulls with captain. Now with Poe. Wolves pressing out on them. They do want a result from this game, so they are going to try and win the ball back to get that equaliser. Bulls not looking too unsettled with this press, but the sloppy pass there is picked up by their captain into the centre. And Leon Manahood, number 8 for the Wolves, has scored that equaliser with only a couple of seconds left.
So great press defence to get that ball back. And we're all drawn up.
So we have a draw here. Great work from the Wolves to steal a point right in the last seconds, and you can see the Bulls are very disappointed that they don't get their first win of the year.
Great shooting from both teams. Jeremy and Leo, the two Frenchmen, very dangerous with their ball in hand. Gianmarco, a definite power as well. It's great to see him in the Bulls.
Yeah, great performance from both teams. Points deserve to be shared between the two for the Wolves fighting back into it, the performance early on from the Bulls. So that is the session wrapped up.
是什么让心灵交融？是什么情感迸发？是旗帜退学。用爱斩后明天。用旗帜。宁夺奥体中心，源于热爱。 见证精彩。
That is the first session for today wrapped up, but we do have more polo coming up in a couple of hours, so do tune back in for the second session for today. We do also have more games tomorrow and the following weekend, so plenty more games coming up for the rest of Season 2 of CPSL 2019. We will see you shortly.